Howdy and hello, I just beat Liza P with a wrench. This is a hammer. This is my wrench. Right there. Big pipe wrench head pause with a dancer's curved sword handle. It swings pretty fast. So you better look at that real quick. Them the stats. For the handle, I upgraded that to motivity. I increased that on the weapon. And for the longest time, it wasn't even max level. It was still hitting like a truck. Now to cover the damage real quick. We got the basic attack. Swings decently fast. Not amazing, but decent. General parry. That's going to be the same for all weapons, I think. And then you got your heavy or charge attack. Good stagger damage. Decent damage. Now the big ticket stuff is going to be your special stuff. Your Fable arts. You got super armor. Hits for 1406, 1 pip. 3030, 2 pips. 4676, 3 pips. The damage varies. I'm not sure why it's so different. Even though I have an amulet that changed my damage, without it, the damage is not consistent. And that's not even using the correct amulet, if you will. Does this change things? Pause. $50.61 with the right amulet you're using. And that's nuts. You can hold it down, and holding it down will take up more pips, but it's not great damage. I was doing 5k, and now I'm doing 3,600. That's one thing I didn't learn until I basically beat the game, which is rough. I got Harley's outside, Doug. They ruined the video. And then your handle Fable art is good. It's pretty good, but it's very hard to use. I won't lie to you. This is a very hard thing to use. If you get good at it, though, if you can parry the attack, which the parry window, it seems way tighter than a regular guard perfect parry. Way, way tighter. But if you get it right, though, that's a lot of freaking damage and stagger damage, too. It's nuts. And that should be all the stuff for the weapon in terms of how you use it, right? It's not that complex. Now to go over my skills, I guess, because it's a big thing. Given the wrench being heavy, you're going to need to spec into certain skills. And I'm going to say this right now, bro. I was watching TikToks of folks playing Liza P all night last night. They were getting dunked on, and I was too. But the main difference is they weren't doing much damage. So I think wrench is OP. Maybe it's just placebo. Who knows? As far as leveling up goes, I'll move my camera down there. That's fine. Vitality, capacity, motivity are the main things I spec'd into. I didn't know how motivity and technique worked. I didn't know it was based on your weapon and what is good for it. In this case, weapon 1 has B, motivity, and C, technique. I didn't know that mattered. I just saw the right side. I saw physical attack damage increase. I said, sure, let's go. But I had 2 weapons equipped, and that's why they lit up like that. In this case, having 1 equipped, this will only increase my physical attack on my weapon and my Legion Arm damage, which I don't use Legion Arm. I'll discuss that in a second. So vitality, more HP, money. Capacity, more weight carrying capacity. You're gonna need this. The wrench is heavy and everything else is heavy too. Things get so heavy in this game, you're gonna need capacity. I did spec in a vigor a little bit. I don't notice a big difference. Stamina in this game feels kind of rough. It's not the end of the world, but I did not notice any sizable differences when I put points here. And I have 14 points. Maybe having all 14 points, you can tell a difference, but each time I upgraded it, I felt nothing change. And then as far as my Legion, I'll go ahead and cover my gear now, brother. So Legion Arm, I don't use a Legion Arm. I have one equipped because you kind of have to, I think. And this is the lightest Legion Arm you have, 6.5 weight. I never use it, never activate it, but I picked this one because it doesn't weigh that much. That's a big deal to me. Weight is a massive thing. If you're heavy in this game, you slow roll, which sucks. I'll give you an example real quick. I'll just equip a weapon real quick. Boom, I'm heavy. That sucks. We don't want that. Another reason why equipping 2 weapons can make you heavier than you want to be. Fun fact. So I use the basic Betty Legion Arm. Other ones aren't even that great. I don't like using them. Folks might like them. I don't. For amulets, I equip whatever amulet makes sense based on what I'm fighting for this slot right here. So there's 3 amulets you can equip. There's the puppet amulet, more damage to puppets. Carcasses, the possessed dudes. That's what this gives you more damage against. And then the human. So puppet, human, carcasses. Whatever I'm fighting, that's what I'm going to equip. For the second amulet, I got blue guardianship amulet. Increased max amount of HP, stamina, legion. At first, I just used the life amulet for more HP. I used that until I unlocked the life or blue guardianship amulet, and I swapped it out. Then we have a boss amulet. When you fight the Bane boss, don't use his ergo willy-nilly. In fact, for most bosses you fight, that will give you their ergo that can be used to purchase things from the wolf guy. And he will give you the choice of a weapon or the choice of an amulet. In this case, I think the amulet is nuts. Weapon might also be nuts. I just haven't tried it yet because reasons. But this gives you more damage for hitting a monster. Stacks 4 times. The damage that it gives you, I don't know exactly what it is, but it seems sizable. And lastly, the Assassin's Amulet. Increased critical attack. This might not be that good. I don't know. It's hard to really tell. It's hard to measure. If I swap it out, I just go with whatever gives me more damage. That'd be the main thing. There is a grindstone you can use to make this a bit more effective, and that grindstone gives you more crit rate. So there's an option there. And then we have the frame, which weighs a metric ton, 26.4 weight. And also the boss amulets weigh a ton too, 12.2 weight. It ain't no game out here. So the heaviest frame in the game that I've seen so far is this one right here, 26.4 weight, but gives you 37 damage reduction for physical. That's huge. Converters. There's some pretty good converters you can buy towards the end of the game. I can't use them at the moment. I'm just too heavy. If I get one more capacity upgrade, I can equip a better converter. It's not a big deal though to me at the moment. The main thing is going to be my cartridge for resisting certain elements, IMO. So in this case, I can equip whatever cartridge I want to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change much. And I have a couple options. You want the Lada ones apparently. Lot of shock, lot of disruption, lot of shock, and a lot of fire are probably going to be money. And a lot of break, I guess. And then for liner, for the longest time, I didn't even use liner. It adds a decent bit of weight, and I don't think it adds that much benefit to the player. At least on the basic one. You can get better ones that are going to be more of a sizable difference. But the basic ones, I didn't really care too much. In fact, I might just buy one and see what happens. Pause. Do I have any stuff? I think that's just enough.
You have been such...
Yeah. Okay, this gives me strike damage reduction, pierce damage reduction, 11.4? Brother. We are not okay. Arc spaced. Lada seems to be the best. Everything Lada seems to be nuts. Alright, here's a moment of truth. I should be fine. My goodness. I need one more capacity upgrade and I can play the game. Weight in this game is evil. It's evil, man. It's not right. And to cover my porgans, I made a video covering that, but I'll just go over my stuff right quick. Actually, it's pretty straightforward. Amulets are a must pick. More cells is lit. And that's the main thing. And stuff that gives you stagger damage and attack damage for Fable Arts. Those are the main things you take. And overall, man, it was fun. I will say trying to use the guard counter on the handle too much is a throw, because you'll just be getting hit when you shouldn't. Just do a perfect guard and swing. Perfect guard and just do a light attack. Get used to doing that. I was going for fancy stuff and I was losing a lot more fights than I had to because I was trying to get fancy with it. Getting hit 4 times before I got an actual parry in. When you get the timing down though, the parry is ridiculous. Until then, you are throwing. Maybe it's just me, but that thing is hard to use correctly. I think it's hard to get the right window to have it be effective. And one of the hardest bosses was definitely the last boss.
Please just die. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And the one before it. The one before it was probably the most tilting boss I've ever played against in this game. I was not happy. I was not having a good time. It's just a weird one. The hitbox. Oh my goodness. The hitboxes are strange. They don't add up personally to me. The last boss is fair, but he hits really hard and he attacks really fast. That's the issue there, which is a skill issue. And the third to last boss, the freaking goth girl, the goth GF with the lightning sword, that's a cool fight. That fight's fun. That's one of the only fights that I fought without using a helper. Only fight I didn't cheat on, if you will. I didn't cheat on the goth GF. Let's go. But overall, the wrench did work. It did damage. I had fun playing the game. And yeah, it's enough rambling. Enough yapping, as they say. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Peace.